Today, I'm really excited because we have one of my favorite people, Bonita Hamilton Caesar. She and I went to school together at Alabama State University, and I'm really excited to have her on the show today. Bonita, how are you?
I am well, Zilla. How are you?
I am doing well. I have to tell you that this is a great opportunity for me to not only be motivated and inspired by people like you, but the chance to share it with other people using my platforms means the world to me. So thank you so much for making the time to be with me today.
Absolutely. Whenever you call, I'm here.
And why don't you tell those who don't know you what you do and where you live?
So I am in Disney's The Lion King on Broadway, and I play the character of Shenzi. And people say, huh, who's Shenzi? Well, if you've ever seen the cartoon, the Whoopi Goldberg character, she's the main hyena. So that's my character.
Great. So we're going to go right into it. So one of the things that I've been asking people through this journey, Bonita, is the simple question of how are you doing?
We are holding on. We're here. We're good. We're healthy. We are trying to remain focused on the good things, even during these trying times. I am grateful. I'm grateful for this time that I get to spend with my family, because as you know, Broadway never stops. We do 8 shows a week. I work 6 days a week with only 1 day off a week, which would be Monday. So this is unprecedented times for the Broadway community because it never stops and we are completely shut down.
So you're essentially at ground zero again,
Yes.
at least for COVID-19 and this pandemic. The streets of New York, we've seen images, but what is it like? I mean, just talk to me about what it's like with New York City, New York Metro, just kind of being quiet.
It's eerily peaceful. The only thing that you hear are sirens at times. But I drove to Brooklyn to take some supplies to my mother-in-law and to my husband's grandmother, who is turning 100 in a couple of days. And I drove through New York. I drove through the Holland Tunnel and the streets were empty. I drove past Ground Zero, empty. People were not out walking. It usually takes me on a regular day about an hour and a half to get to Brooklyn. I got to Brooklyn in 30 minutes because there's so much traffic, but 30 minutes, nothing. I've never in my life seen it like that, ever.
Thank you for sharing that because, like I said, we see it on television, but it must be unique to experience it. So let's talk about coping. I mean, let's talk about the Hamilton Caesar household. What is it like with everyone? What is it like with everyone being at home?
I have a little plaque downstairs in my den, and it says, "Our family must be God's favorite sitcom." It's you know what? Actually, it's been really, really good. My children, this is a new normal for them. My daughter, she's a teenager. She just started high school. She's in 9th grade. She was a freshman. And she is missing her friends, and my son is in the 6th grade, but he was struggling in school just a little bit, but at home, now he's soaring. Now me, everybody has something to do in the house, right? School, work, everybody's still doing their thing. My work is completely shut down. So I've organized, I saw a video on Instagram. I've organized the closets. I've folded all the clothes, washed all the clothes. I've done the grocery. I've organized the pantries. I've organized. My next big project is the basement. I got to organize the basement. I'm working on it. I've shredded all the paper. My agent contacted me yesterday and sent me an audition. So I auditioned for a new animation project, which was fun. It got me back into my groove. But I've been cooking every single day. And I bake a lot. However, my family doesn't like to eat cake, but I do. So we're gonna have to get control of that.
You're a Southern girl, huh?
I'm a good old Southern girl. I make hot water, cornbread, collard green, you know,
Yes.
candy yams, the gamut. I make it all. Yes.
Wow, interesting. So the transition has been good. Now, one of the things that I mentioned earlier is the name of the series is Pivot. And
Yes.
I know that you have quite a bit in your toolkit. Talk
Yes.
to me about some of the other things you're doing with your other talents, given that you're not on stage on Broadway.
Okay, so like I said, I do a lot of voiceover work. I do a lot of looping and ADR. You always have to have things in your alabaster box, your Pandora's box. You know, you have to pull your toolkits out. So I've been doing that. Been doing a lot of mentoring. I mentor students from Alabama State, the Alabama State University. Having a lot of conversations with them about next steps. And I mentor high school students in my town, and I've been talking to them, trying to keep them focused. We also participate in a program by Vanguard Theater called Broadway Buddies. And this is when we take high school students under our wing and we teach them the ropes, give them some skills, and expose them to things that, if they are interested in theater, they will come up against. And then and as a culminating activity, they get to perform with us. That's not going to happen. But, you know, we remain hopeful, and we still mentor. We still encourage, and I'm a forever mentor. I'm not a mentor for a season, just as Dr. Tommy Stewart is my forever mentor. I can pick up the phone and call her anytime and ask her anything about the business or just life in general. So I try to do that for them. So I'm mentoring, I'm doing my voiceovers, and I'm organizing and cooking.
Let me shift gears a little bit. I know that we're going to make it through this. You also believe that we will make it through this. And I think we're going to be bigger and better as a result of it. Talk to me about some of the basic things that you look forward to once outside opens back up again.
I look forward to reconnection with my community. I look forward to, you know what, Zilla? I look forward to that curtain going up and the first note of that play. And I look forward to seeing the faces in the audience and the impact that it has. Because when people come back to The Lion King, it's going to mean something different. All of the music is going to mean something different. The story is going to mean something different. It's a very human story. And I think that it speaks to this situation and how people are going to recover from this situation.
Wow.
I don't know.
Going up. I just had chills literally when you said that. I mean, I can hear the note.
Can you imagine?
In my mind, I can sing it, but I don't think I hit it. Yeah, that's going to be spectacular. Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so one of the things I like to do, and this is kind of brings us back to why I ask someone like you to do this, is the most important thing you'll say today in this conversation is what you're going to say next. And that is, give some encouraging words for people out there. This is not an easy circumstance for many people. Some have lost their jobs. Some are being, going through furloughs. You got parents at home teaching the new math. I mean, it's just a very stressful time. You mentioned the high school students who are not going to complete high school the way that they had envisioned for 18 years.
Right.
Give me some words of encouragement as we close out.
Man. Be grateful. This is just a season. When we come back, we are going to be stronger, wiser, healthier. It's only a season, and we're going to get through this, but we're going to get through this together. Love on your loved ones. Connect with your friends. Reach out to someone who may be alone. You don't know how you will impact their day, but know that this is only for a season, and we're going to get through this together.
Wow, Bonita, I love you, and I just thank you so much for taking the time to be here and to share your experience. You're amazing, and I just want to encourage you to keep doing what you're doing because you inspire all of us.
Oh, Zilla, thank you so much. I love you more. I love you more, and I think that this is a wonderful platform that you have here with Pivot. Everybody needs to take a moment, pivot. Be grateful. If you're walking into a sadness or into a mode of desperation, hit that left turn. Pivot. Make it right. There's always a blessing in the storm. And this is only for a season.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Bonita Hamilton Caesar. And thank you all for tuning in. We're excited about this project. Until we meet again, let's continue to activate and elevate for the win.
Yes.